So Casper is going eventing and we are going to do the 100 upon spool. I then rode way too cautiously. Then he just napped. He napped. I don't. Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. You'll be pleased to know it's an eventing one again. So Casper is going eventing and we are going to do the 100 upon spool. I am quite nervous about this. Oh, I just need a hay net. It's not full of knots. I'll do. Yeah, I'm quite nervous about this, to be honest. I've looked at the course. It's a big course. Big course with lots of black flag options, which is like a good thing and a bad thing, because you can take the easy route, but then it plays on your mind. Have you taken the easy route? Should you have taken the easy route? You know, those decisions that you got to make. And they have a huge ditch palisade in it, and the other black flag option for that is a chicana. The chicana isn't very scary though. It's not a real chicana in my eyes. So yeah, I'm literally just, we've had rain last night, so I have to get the tarpaulin off very carefully. Just filling up my hay net. I haven't even looked at Casper this morning, I'm not going to lie. But we are taking Bronwyn up. She is on at 12:15 and I'm not on till 1:30. So yeah, I think she's all done before I even start, which is nice. She's doing the 90 on toast. But yeah, that is plan of action. We're going to get there. I'm going to bath him, plait him when we get there. Yeah, I'll see you guys probably when we get there now, or maybe loading up. Casper arrived, but it's coming straight onto a cross-country course walk because Bronwyn's, got to walk it before her dressage. So fence 1 looks big. That is fence 1, which just looks huge compared to the 90. Stopwatch is there. And out on fence 2. It's nice. I've jumped that one plenty of times. So fence 3 is lovely. Fence 4, also nice. Oh no, it's nice. No, I thought this was going to be really wide, but actually it's not bad at all. Nice. Number 5. 6A is this nice little upright, and then we go down the hill and over the wider ditch, which is quite wide, but quite frankly, if he's going to be an idiot, he can actually step in it. Oh, it is quite big. Don't fall in, Mars. Coming in. 7. Nice table, however you have to think about it, because you then have a right-handed turn to a corner. I think actually if you come out sort of here straight and then turn that, it's quite nice. He obviously has given you the gap and he's mown that bit for the horse to run out. However, I think it does funnel you in quite nicely. And we have fence 9, which is really lovely. He's jumped this loads at camp. He might have a look at the straw, but I don't think so. We have 10A, down the dip, up the dip. And then there's a fence B. It looks like fence B has got a black flag. Oh, bump. Horsey. See this pony go. See, she's got theirs separately numbered, so they go out and they go over to that one over there. Yeah, B's got a black flag on it. Maybe that one is the other option. But quite frankly, I think Casper can be absolutely fine. It's not huge. He can jump that one fine. Yeah, he's small. That'll be fine. Fence 11 is a nice table. I think you just want to make sure you get your line, because you're coming from up there. I think the left-hand one there. And then you want to make sure you get a nice line, come round, jump this straight in a nice forward canter, because it is quite big and quite wide. Then you are also turning left and going to the top of that mound. It's quite a large mound up here. You want to make sure you have the power coming up the hill. Cameron says ride the terrain, not the jump. So up here, then a nice no step into the water, just going in, and then I believe there's a boat the other side. We come out of the water here, so there you see the log on the mound, up here and over this, which I believe we've done as well. And then over there to hay cart. 14, a nice hay cart, again probably forward stride. It's a bit big and a bit wide, but it should jump lovely. It's 15, nice white gates, just going into the darkness, which might be an issue, but I don't think it will. So 16, slightly more difficult, big arrowhead, coming out of the darkness into the light. However, it does have a black flag. You can come around, jump that and go on your way again if it needs be. And the next one, the ditch palisade. 17, the jump isn't big, the ditch is. So I'll see how well he's going. Makes it look way bigger as you come around here. But I think he'll be fine. I think he will. The other option is that bit there, which is tiny, and he should jump. Just finished the course walk. Unfortunately, couldn't vlog the last ones because it's started pissing it down and my phone stopped working with the rain. Bronwyn's, I've tapped up Bronwyn's, sorry, this is really weird. See if I can prop you up. I've tacked up Bronwyn's pony for her, sent her on her way to Dressage. But at the end of the course walk, there was a couple of really nice ones. So there was the ditch palisade, which, yeah, I think I'll do the... if I get a pole, I'm going to try it. And I'm going to ride it like I mean it. If I haven't got a pole and I've got an alright dressage, I'm not going to try it. But I want to try it because it's unaffiliated and doesn't go on the record, and I'd like to know. But also I'm coming back on the 3rd of June for cross country schooling with Cam. So I feel like I should do it whilst Cam's here and we should just practice stuff. But I also feel like I know he's more likely to do it in a competition environment. So do I just wing it? It's unaffiliated. It's our first 100. Do I just want to do that? Do I want to come home on a positive note? I cannot decide. I guess I'll see how he's jumping in the midst of it and to make a decision as I'm going round. And then, yeah, that one. Then there was another house, which was nice. And then you come around the corner to, if you watch my camp vlog, there's these like skinny, they're not arrowheads, but they're skinny and they are slightly narrower in front with a little bit of brush on top. So there's that on a horrendous angle to a brush, a big brush. And it's like, you have to jump that. You can either dogleg it, but you will really need to have your right leg on to make the turn, and it will be slippy turn. Or jump the first one straight, curve a little bit, and then angle B. I can't decide what I'll do. I guess I'll see again how he's feeling with sort of maneuverability around the course. Yeah, it was big. It was a hard question, and it didn't have a black flag, whereas I thought quite a lot of the easier questions had a black flag, which was quite interesting. And then it was a really lovely brush tabley thing to finish. Right, I'm gonna find a coat. It's quite hot is the issue. I might take my jumper off, even though I've just put my hat on, and put a coat on, go and watch Bron, take the puppies, and then I need to come back and plait Casper up, because yeah, he is still all, he's not quite all dirty, but I'm not gonna spot bath him. It's raining. There's no need. Sorry to Cotswold Cup, but yeah, I'm not going to spot bath him. He's really not bad at all. He's very white from last night. Unless there's a serious poo stain, I'm just going to leave him as he is and just plait him up, which will take me about 10 minutes, so it won't take long at all. Anyway, I best go off and film Bronwyn's dressage for her, if our phones allow. Although saying that, stop raining. He's all plaited. He's actually rubbed out a whole load of his mane, so the plaits down this end are really, really tiny. Bronwyn has just gotten on further cross country. She goes cross country in about 5-10 minutes. Oh no, what have I done with her phone? What have I done with her phone? I need that for filming. Yeah, so I need to find her phone. She's having a jump now. Find her phone, there it is. Yeah, she goes in like 5-10 minutes. I go dressage in half an hour. So I need to get changed. And then I'll go hopefully film her. And then yeah, dressage time. I want to put on my new show jacket and can you see him? Why is he in my trailer? Where the hell has he come from? My trailer's only been to badminton. Sorry, little man. You're gonna have to go over there. Where the hell's that come from? Ooh, that really scared me, not gonna lie. Right, to get my show jacket on. Or at least get it ready. We should take the label out, shouldn't it? We're all full new show gear. I have tried it on, so I feel like that counts for wearing a new item out competing for the first time. Anyway, I am ready to rock and roll. Bronwyn's just started her cross country, so I'm going to wander over there and go and see her finish. I completely forgot to update after dressage, but he did really lovely test actually, really nice. You would have got a little bit on film because Anna came out halfway through and started filming, but I didn't have studs in because I ran out of time, and actually I then rode way too cautiously, so in the canter he broke back down to trot because there was a really sharp corner in it, and I should have really kept my leg on, but I just thought I just don't want him to slip because I'd much rather him break into trot than slip, so that was a bit of a shame. And he also jig-jogged for most of his walk. I really need to stop pushing him, but I always used to be able to push him loads and he would do a fabulous walk, so it's a real shame. But yeah, that was a shame, but I thought like it'd be a 36-37 dressage because it's obviously 100 levels, so they mark a bit harsher, and it's 36.3. So really, considering there was two very obvious mistakes in that, hopefully we'd be able to bring that up by, I don't know, if we didn't have those mistakes. I'll see, obviously I've run through my score sheet with you, but I'd imagine that dropped at least 2 marks per movement, and the walk's double marked, so that could be like 6 marks he's dropped there, and it's obviously a percentage, but it'd be more like a 32-33, which at 100 I'd be very pleased with that as he's working at the moment. So yeah, lots of positives to take away from the dressage test. It was a very, very complicated test. If you've looked at the Cotswold Cup tests, they are something else, which I think is good because it's nice to not have it be just a dressage competition. And I think often if you get a good dressage, you're winning it. And yeah, so if you can get a bit harder marks in the dressage, and it's often very good. But now I'm going to go do show jumping. I'm going to put some studs in now, even though we're jumping on a surface, because I don't have a huge amount of time between show jumping and cross country, and I just thought I'll put studs in now, then I don't have to think about it again. So yeah, happy boy. Look how flea bitten he is. I'm sure he's getting more and more flea bitten as he gets older. I thought they were a leftover of the bay from when they were, bay, obviously. But he used to be very, very white, and he's gone very flea bitten. So who knows, maybe he's a reverse Greg, because he has been completely white since the age of 3, maybe even earlier. So yeah, I'm gonna put his studs in, get him out, put his studs in, and go do some show jumping. I'm feeling fairly confident now. I haven't seen the 100 course, but feeling okay about it. Just going to ride forward, but not aiming for a clear, we're aiming for no stops. Forwards, yeah, just a forwards round basically is the aim, so yeah, let's see how it goes.
Great Dressage score, 29.5, so in a great position moving on to cross country with nothing to add from the show jumping. So now it's the turn of, well, we'll have to see, because I think it's 355, Casper Silver Treasure and Harriet Constable. Well, we hear Jane Rogers beautifully riding in the Apology Running Magic over that Barbie Street purple bus. 16. Put a good jump at the well done. So that was nice clear for Harriet Constable and Casper's Silver Treasure.
Go down that hedge line. Where the white thing is, they jump that, and then they go in. Okay. They go in the trees, and then come out. So you see them. Guys, oh, we just had some ponies join us. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't vlog earlier. My phone is on 10% battery, so I'm just going to do a very brief update now, and then I'll do a full debrief when I'm home, probably tomorrow or something. But I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. I nearly cried with joy when we came out show jumping, considering my aim was just to get round. to not have a stop, and he jumped a clear. A really nice clear, to be honest. He made up a little bit too much ground in the last double, so it was tight, and I did hold him in places, but hold him with my leg on. Come on, let's go find him. Yeah, so absolutely buzzing. And then cross country, epic. Would have been a clear round if I didn't try the ditch palisade, but as I said, it's unaffiliated. I wanted to try it on when I didn't have a record, and unfortunately he did stop. I thought he was going to stop. I probably didn't ride it as positively as I should have. I didn't keep his head up. I slowed up for it, and I probably should have just fired him at it. But in my head I was like, if I fire him at it and he stops last minute, like, I don't want to get rocketed out the saddle. So yeah, he stopped. Then I thought, we've got the 20 penalties, just try it again, see what happens. And he really thought about going, and he did put his front, he like went to take off from a standstill. I was like, no, please don't do that. So we went around, jumped the black flag alternative, which is like a fake chicaner, really. And he flew that absolutely fine. So yeah, he would have had a double clear at 100 if there hadn't have been anything chicanery. He jumped the ditch fine, so absolutely buzzing. But yeah, before my phone dies, I will say goodbye, and I will do a proper debrief tomorrow, and I'll put Caspies to bed. Right guys, I was meant to film this debrief with Caspies, but I haven't got around to it, and it's absolutely scorching. So I thought I'd show you our new additions. Oh, has he got stuck? Oh no, he's just lying down. Lammy had babies! And then we've also got 2 orphan lambs as well. Yeah, Lammy had little babies. Marty's being really irritating here. But yeah, for eventing debrief, I feel like if I sit down, this is actually going to be really wet on the floor, even though it's like not even 9 a.m. and it is so hot. Like ridiculously hot. So yeah, I was so proud of Casper and the show jumping. I was so scared going in because I jumped about 2 warm-up jumps, then he just napped. He napped. I don't know if it was because it was a huge busy, really busy warm-up arena, but he would not go around left-handed, which you guys know is, if he's gonna nap, that's what he does. And all of the jumps that I wanted to do were on the left rein. So yeah, that was really frustrating and made me very nervous. He was being absolutely good as gold jumping and after the fence. Marley, can we stop eating the sheep food, please? Yeah, good as gold if you can get into the fence. He was fine. Don't push me over. Come here. But yeah, if there were too many people in front of him or coming up alongside him, he was just freaking out. Like, I was with Bronwyn, and Bronwyn said, like, you can tell he's feeling good because he's being a tit, but it just wasn't doing my confidence a huge amount of good. And then people were whacking the warm-up jumps to like 110, which is just unnecessary, guys. If you're jumping a 1 meter, just leave it at a meter, please, for everyone else in the warm-up. But yeah, Marley, please stop. Yeah, he then went in and jumped the most beautiful round. I decided that, to be fair, fence 1 was tiny compared to the rest of it. It was like maybe 90, and then it went up to sort of some 105 spreads at the end. And I thought, look at number 1. I showed him fence 7 because it was going into the crowd, and it was a big oxer with some slatty fillers in front of it. And when he was a baby, he did have an issue with that. I think he's absolutely fine now, but I always show him show jumps that I think is going to confuse him, like jumping into the crowd and things like that. And he was absolutely fine. And, oh, Marley, go away. Please. Oh, hello, Patch. This is Patch. You want to come say hi? No. He's like, I would, but you've got the dog. Which is a very stupid dog. Aren't you? Very stupid. Yeah, so he jumped absolutely fabulously. He was perfect. He was buzzing. I was just so overjoyed. All I wanted was no stops, and he went and jumped a clear round. So yeah, felt mega, to be honest. I do find that he is more likely to jump clear, whether that's me or him, in an arena, which is quite interesting. Hey, Lammy. Oh, and this one's, no, you're an orphan lamb. That one at the back's Rosie. Yeah, that one. Coming running in. And Rosie will be staying with Lammy forever, hopefully. Hey, Rosie? Marley, you are being so annoying. Look at your mother being such a good dog, sat watching, and then you are just a pain. Yeah, so absolutely over the moon with a clear round. It wasn't the aim, but I think because my aim was just to not have a stop, it meant I probably rode better not thinking about poles. And I was looking up, I didn't look at any of the jumps. I was like, right, Casper, we're just going forward, and that's that. And yeah, he jumped beautifully, absolutely beautifully. I celebrated massively at the end, which you'll have seen, and he was about to start bronking. He was like, yeah, I did it. And I was like, oh shit, no, I don't want to fall off. But yeah, so pleased with him in the show jumping. And then in the cross country, I decided that I would do, sorry about the shaky footage, Marley is being really irritating. In the cross country, I decided it was unaffiliated. I needed to give the ditch palisade a go. And I'm glad I gave it a go, but I kind of wish I hadn't have given it a go because I didn't give it my all. He jumped the most brilliant cross country round. He flew everything, like there was that huge arrowhead coming out of the woods that you barely see, and he just thought that was so easy on a wrong stride, and he just took it. So yeah, very, very pleased with him for that cross country round. The ditch palisade, I backed off. I know I backed off. Bronwyn could see from 2 fields away that I slowed him up. And yeah, I thought I rode positively once I'd slowed him down, but I think actually for a chicana, maybe slow them right down. But for a ditch palisade, it's actually just like a triple bar. You don't really need to slow down that much. So yeah, I should have just kept my leg on and gone. I did growl at him and I did give him a smack, but I didn't really growl, and I wasn't full positive because I just thought if he does something where he falls into that ditch, it's a long way down to the bottom of the ditch and we're going to hit that palisade really hard, and that was what was playing on my mind, to be honest. But once we stopped, I thought, we've got 20 penalties now, might as well give it another go. And he stopped, but he thought about going once he'd sort of slowed all the way down. He was like teetering on the edge, and I was like, no, I don't want you to jump this stupidly, I want you to jump this nicely. So I went round, did the sort of fake chicana. It was sort of a semi-chicana, semi-fake chicana, which was the option, or the black flag option, and he flew that, and then he went and flew the rest of the course clear. So in my head, we did a double clear, because if I'd have just taken the black flag option, which is perfectly allowed, kind of feels like cheating and you should get penalties, but you don't. It's just a bit longer. So yeah, in my head he did a double clear, but that is something we know we need to work on, and I just wanted to try it whilst it was unaffiliated and no record. And we're going back with Cam in a couple of weeks, so yeah, hopefully we'll be able to at least like get him jumping the chicana and maybe try the ditch palisade again. I'm going to take my lunge rope so I can just see if that makes a difference and I can get him lunging over it, because I think if he's confident to jump it on his own, he'll be much better when I'm on him, even if I'm backing up. So yeah, that is the plan of action. I'm also going to go up to Down Farm at some point, which is Tim Sheffing's place, because that looks like that's got loads of ditchy bits. It's just finding the time. I wanted to do it this weekend, but it is absolutely boiling, and so I'm not taking Casper anywhere. So yeah, we've entered Mendip. That also has a ditch palisade. However, I think it has a much nicer ditch palisade, and Casper's done ditch palisades before, which is why I thought to try it, to be honest. He did one, he's done one at Hunter Trials, he's done this ish one at Badminton 90, but I wouldn't call it a ditch palisade. I think his real issue is that big ditch, and Mendip looks quite nice, and it looks like it's a smaller, even though it's shared with a novice, I believe, it looks like it's a smaller palisade. I'm convincing myself it's much nicer. I'm not going to walk too close to it, to be honest, and I'm just going to look up. I think that's also what I didn't do at the Pontypool one. I didn't look up. I think I looked in the ditch. So yeah, that's the plan of attack. And yeah, Mendip will be the next eventing vlog. There'll be a cam vlog in between, and I will see you guys. Don't know what the actual next one's going to be. See you guys next time.